Hello, welcome to Cottonwood High Course Selection. In this video, we'll explain how you choose classes for this upcoming school year. We are your Cottonwood High School counselors, and we're so excited to guide you through this process. You need the following things to complete your high school course selection: your course selection card, a pencil with an eraser, access to a hard copy or an online copy of the Cottonwood High course catalog, and if you're in 9th through 11th grade, a copy of your PTG that was handed out to you with your course selection materials. The course catalog can be found online on the homepage of the Cottonwood High website. You'll also need a GTI application if you're interested in taking a GTI class, as well as the applications for any other specialized programs in which you want to participate at Cottonwood. An example of this would be your application for the Academy of Finance. Once you have your supplies ready, take a look at your course selection card. On the front, you should see the number for the grade you'll be in next year, as well as spaces for your name and student number. It's important you have the correct course selection card and crucial that you fill out your personal information correctly and completely. You can see the graduation requirements on the front of your course selection card. This guideline helps you navigate which classes are required for graduation and when we encourage you to take them. However, it's important you understand that your high school experience should be personalized and tailored to your goals and interests. In some areas, requirements are very explicit. In other areas, you'll find you have a lot of room to explore options.
Before we dive into classes, let's discuss how a course selection card works. Next to each class is either one box or two boxes. Each individual box represents one semester. Therefore, one box is a semester-long class or half-year class. Conversely, a class with two boxes next to it represents a year-long class. This part is important. If it has two boxes next to it, you must check both boxes. A year-long class cannot be split up. Cottonwood High School utilizes a block schedule, which means you have an A day and a B day, and each day consists of 4 classes, so 8 classes in total to have a full schedule. You must have 16 boxes checked on your card. Keep track as you fill in the boxes. If you have less than 16, you need to choose more classes. If you have more than 16, you have chosen too many. Please make your selections with pencil and clearly and completely fill in the box so you and your counselor can be sure of your selections. To that end, open up your card and look at the information at the top. You will see that for your grade, there are required classes. This means these are the classes you must take for your grade. However, some classes within these options are suggested requirements. Rather, we suggest you take these courses as the demographic of the class is predominantly your grade level. Let's have a quick word about rigor. Rigor means how difficult something is. At Cottonwood, we strongly encourage each student to challenge themselves so that they are better prepared for college and for a career. To do so, students should choose courses that adequately push them without being too difficult or beyond the students' levels. Honors classes typically mean more homework, more reading at home versus in class, and they go at a faster pace. AP, which stands for Advanced Placement, and this denotes a college level course for which students have the opportunity to take a year-end test to earn college credit. CE means concurrent enrollment. A student in this class earns both high school and college credit simultaneously. All of these are excellent options for rigor and are highly encouraged. There are no prerequisites to be in honors or AP classes, so be brave and challenge yourself. English is a required course for every grade in high school. While there are various choices for English classes, all students must take a full year or 2 boxes of English each year of high school. Math and science are required for 3 years of high school, but all students must take both as 9th, 10th, and 11th graders. Most students choose to take a 4th year of math their senior year, and many students choose to take a 4th year of science so they're better prepared for college. History or social studies has a 3.5-year requirement. All students must take history every year. However, senior year history is only a half a year long.
9th graders should pay particular attention to the required and suggested classes for their age. Health, Intro to Health Science, Fitness for Life, Business Office Specialist, and Exploring Computer Science are all options within the categories of required classes for graduation. These classes vary in their difficulty and required ability level. Please refer to the course catalog for which is the best fit for you. Regardless, all students must take Health, Fitness for Life, and Digital Studies class, so please select one in each category as an upcoming 9th grader. 9th graders have the privilege of taking a 2-period block science class at the GTI, Granite's off-campus learning center. These classes provide hands-on learning in a stimulating environment in and outside of the classroom, as well as give students 2 full years of science credit. If making a selection for science, a GTI application must be completed and turned in to the Career Center at Cottonwood High. All 9th graders or freshmen must take a freshman support class. You may choose between Avid or Freshman Success. For details about both, please see your course catalog. If a student participates in Latinos in Action or New Americans in Action, he or she must still choose a support class. 10th graders have the same set of required classes appropriate for their grade level and may choose from the options provided.
In 11th grade, students must take the required core courses and are also required to take the financial literacy, a graduation requirement. 12th graders have the least amount of required courses. 12th graders must take English and a half year of U.S. government. Beyond that, they must fill their schedule with other graduation requirements. Now that we've discussed the grade level required classes, let's look at how you select all your other classes. Once you've chosen the required classes for your grade, count them up. You could have anywhere from 12 boxes filled in as a 9th grader to 3 boxes as a senior. These numbers are just examples. Remember, 1 box is 1 box. 2 boxes count as 2. But if there are 2, you must fill in and count both. Okay, back to counting. Once you've counted up the required boxes you had to choose, subtract that number from 16. Remember, 16 boxes is a full schedule. So once you subtract your required classes from 16, you know how many boxes you have left for things like seminary, driver's ed, athletics classes, choir, etc.
Let's say you've counted all your boxes that are required and you have 9 total. That means you still have 7 boxes you can choose before your course selection is full. You can pick any combination of boxes, single or double boxes, until you hit 7 more, but you can't go over or under. Think about the things you need to take. A biggie is driver's ed. Driver's ed fills up very fast and many kids can't take it if they do not select it on their course selection card. If there's even a slight chance that you want to take driver's ed, sign up for it now. All classes in school are created based on demand. That means if too few or too little or no students choose the class, it isn't taught the next year, even though it was on the course selection card. Also, the amount of seats in each class is determined by how many kids sign up for it. So make sure you choose the classes that you want and you choose them correctly. Don't forget these biggies: seminary, or release time as it's called on the card. A language, remember, scholarships and many colleges require 2 years of a similar language. Driver's ed, have we reminded you enough about that one? Also remember choir, band or orchestra, debate, theater, yearbook, your athletics class if your team has an athletics period, and so on. So, if you're choosing a GTI class, recognize that all GTI classes are taught in 2-period boxes. A semester long is 2 boxes. A year-long GTI class is 4 boxes. All GTI classes for each grade level are listed on your card. Remember, you are not registered for a GTI class until you complete the registration form. Have a parent or guardian sign the form and turn it into the Career Center. So, many GTI classes are very popular and fill up quickly. Get your application taken care of immediately.
Some classes at Cottonwood require an addition or tryout. You can specify which class you'd like to drop if you make a certain team or group, and your counselor will adjust your choices later. Don't ignore the key on your registration card. It'll explain if a class has a prerequisite, a specific fee, or needs teacher approval. If you're in 9th, 10th, or 11th grade currently, you've been getting a copy of your PTG or Progress Towards Graduation with your course materials. You can see which credits you've taken and what you still need. For example, if you're a junior next year and you have never taken any PE classes, you have 2 years left to take 1.5 credits of gym. Do not save all your required credits for your senior year. You'll stress us and your parents out and likely struggle to get a spot in the classes you need.
If you're a senior and want home release or work release, you'll need to talk to your counselor next fall before school starts. We're here in our offices a couple of weeks before school starts, so we don't sign you up for those classes yet. If you have an additional question about how to complete your course selection card, feel free to email your counselors. Our email addresses are on the website, or you can talk to one of your teachers to get our email address. Counselors return a week after dropping off the course selection cards, and we will help you to input your choices onto the computer. Don't worry, we'll look it over so that you don't make any big mistakes and make sure that your choices are correct. Still, be careful and thoughtful. Ask a parent or guardian to help give you some input. Thank you for participating in our course selection with us. Next year, it's going to be a great year to be a Colt.